I have been here 4 years. My name is Mary Dutchess, and I am the company 40 chaplain, one of them. Um, I really like what I'm doing here. I had a daughter who was 46 years old and was killed in a tragic car accident in West Virginia. And during the time that I was grieving, I went to a leadership class at my church, Bethel Assembly of God, under lead pastor Chuck Kish, who is also the lead chaplain. And I took this leadership class, and at the end of it, there was a gifts test that we had to fill out, and it told us what areas of service our gifts were in from the Holy Spirit. And mine turned out to have a strong lead toward what I'm doing now, as far as being a chaplain, or it even mentioned pastor. And I knew that wasn't for me at my age, so I told Pastor Chuck that I wanted to pursue being an EMS chaplain. Trained under him for a year, along with one of the other chaplains who's no longer serving. But at the end of the year, I started just kind of by the seat of my pants, proverbially speaking, and been doing it 4.5 years, and every time I step on the ambulance, I think of my daughter. The thing about that was that it haunted me that she died by the side of the road with no one praying for her and holding her hand. And I have prayed for many people and held their hands in the ambulance, so kind of fulfilled that. Oh my, there's so many calls that have impacted me. There was a wreck where I did get to pray with the person. I did get to hold her hand. She did have the same first name as my daughter, and that person eventually died. So that impacted me. That has not been too long ago, but I think the one that I always think of first is it was a drug overdose. And the person who died was in an apartment with a minor little girl for 3 days dead, until it was discovered that her mother was no longer alive. And I was called out on that. It was a weekend call out. And spent time with the little girl, spent time with the parent of the expired person. They had to call children and youth in, and it was a lot of activity. And I hadn't been doing this that long when that happened, but that's the first call that I always think of when someone asks me that question.